Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're doing another video on the Mini XX Revolution palettes. So these are £8 each and you can buy them from Beauty Bay and Revolution's website. So I think they're usually 3 for 2. So I have done a video already on this hard rock one, which looks like this, so we'll link all these in the description box. And I've done the dynamite one, which looks like this, and this one's been my favourite so far. The hard rock one wasn't my favourite, so we're going to do a video on this one today with this amazing packaging. This one's called Sugar Baby and it's purple, so this is like right up my street. So I'm happy about this palette that there are 2 mattes in here, so we'll see what we can do with those. The first one had 2 mattes and they didn't work out that well, and then the second one, this dynamite one, only had 1 matte in it, but the look was still alright. So yeah, we're going to use this one. So on a side note today, I'm wearing like the Fenty, this is the Eavesdrop blurring skin tint. This is in the lightest shade, shade 1, and how good is the coverage on this? Like, I am wearing a tiny bit of concealer and on my nose because I burnt my nose yesterday in the sun, so if you hear any background noise, it's also because I've got the windows like wide open, so there might be like birds and people gardening and stuff. But have you tried this skin tint from NYX, the Bear With Me skin tint? I think it's quite new, and again that's in like the shade light. And this one like gave me like no coverage, whereas like look at the coverage on this. So yeah, if you have any like good skin tint recommendations, please let me know because they're really nice to wear for summer. Okay, so I have put my base on. I use the P. Louise base in Rumour 0.5. Just a little tip for when you're applying it, less is more and pat it in. Don't go and do what like all the influencers do and they slather it on, because yeah, it will crease, but I never have any problems with creasing because I only put like a small amount on, but look at the coverage. So yeah, less is definitely more. So these palettes don't have a mirror, so you will see me holding like a mirror first. So I'm just going to go in with this shade and put this in the crease to start. Okay, so that purple's on. It actually went on quite alright. Yeah, not really got much to say about it. It blended out quite well. Yeah, happy with that one. So I'm going to go into the darker matte purple now, that one, and then just intensify the look a little bit. So that purple's on, and while I do think it is pretty, like the 2 colours, I don't think there's like a massive definition between the 2. Like, I wish like it had more like that metallic darker shade. I wish that was a matte. And I've said this about these palettes before, but maybe they're just meant to be, you know, bright funky palettes that, you know, you don't need to deepen up and you can just, you know, put on a crease colour, put on a lid shade and go. Anyway, I'm going to go in with the 2 metallics now, so I don't think I'm going to get to use all 6 shades in this palette. There's just not enough depth for me. I've used these 2 mattes, sorry my nail is broken, and I'm going to use this metallic and this metallic on my lid. I forgot to say, I went in this shade under my lower lash line as well. Now the shimmer formula looks quite different between this one and this one. So this one reminds me of the first palette that I tried, the Hard Rock palette, and it was quite chunky. So I do have setting spray at the ready in case I need to wet my brush. Whereas this looks like the normal formula that look quite nice. So yeah, we're just going to put those on the eyes right now. So that shade is on. I don't know how well you could tell from the video, but I did really struggle putting that last shade on. So it didn't really pick up well with a brush, which I was fully expecting it to. And when I tried it with a wet brush, you know, it didn't really pick up neither then, but it worked the best by using my fingers. So yeah, just be prepared that some of the formulas need different work going to them. I mean, this one picked up okay. It did take a little bit of work, but as you can see, it's kind of hit a hard pan, and that's not even going in with a wet brush. That was kind of like just a normal, you know, dry brush. So yeah, I'm going to put some lashes and liner on now, and then we'll come back. So I'm back with the finished look. I put some lashes and liner on. I'm just using my beloved Primark half lashes. I absolutely love them. And then for the inner corner, because the light wasn't like a shadow light enough in the palette, I just used like this Wet n Wild highlight. So I've had this for a while. I'm trying to pan this one. Well, I have panned it. I just want to use it up. So I'm just using the highlight as my inner corner highlight. And because this blush is so glowy, I never usually need a highlight, which is great. So let's have some thoughts about this palette, the Sugar Baby palette. I think the look is quite nice. I love purple shadows, so you know, it's obviously got me there. I didn't use all the shades in here because, like I say, I wish this one was a darker shade, and then this one looks like a finer kind of satin shadow than these, and I didn't feel like it would add anything to my look if I added them in. So yeah, I just did the four were alright. I felt that this one was probably the best matte, but I didn't feel like there was a lot of difference between these two on the lids. This one went on okay, but yeah, like I say, it did hit a bit of a hard pan with a dry brush. This one was nice, but again, I felt it was the best when it went on with my fingers. So a bit of a mixed bag for this palette, but I think the look still looks really nice. Out of the three palettes, I would say that out of the three of them, the orange one, Dynamite, is still my favourite palette, just because all those shimmers, they didn't need any work. They just went on my eyes so easily. So that one's my favourite so far. And then the purple Sugar Baby palette, that's second. And then the Hard Rock, I'm trying to hold them all. The Hard Rock, like the neutral one, that's my least favourite so far. And that's like the one I had the most hopes for, which is really weird. So yeah, that's how we're doing with these. I'm going to try and continue with this series and do as many of these palettes as I can do before I get fed up and sick of filming. So yeah, I'm going to leave you with some swatches now, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!